I'm going to show you a system I put together for measuring baseboards. It's going to save you a lot of time and make sure you get nice accurate results. You're kind of using the assembly line process here where you get all your measuring done at once and then you can do all your cuts. So what I do is obviously just measure, take your measurements. I'll show you a picture here in a second, but what I have done here is drawn out each surface that I'm going to be cutting. I draw the back, which represents the length of the back wall, and then I put a little mark to say if it's going to be a right angle cut or if it's going to be a cut facing outwards like this, which it would be on this corner, or one cutting inwards. You have two inwards cuts when you have a corner inside. So these outside corners, the way this would be drawn is you'd have a 90-degree, this would be the measurement, and then a cut facing this direction. That way both your pieces come and meet together, make a nice point, and you have a good finished product. So this is what that looks like. And I just go through and measure each part. Everything in here is 90-degree, so it's very easy. There's only two different kind of cuts. There is actually one corner that has an off measurement cut, so I made a little note of that down here, those little lines that I drew. So I know to make special care to go back and measure that angle before I do the cuts. Okay, now it's time to make my cuts. So I've got my miter saw all lined up. I have my guide over here positioned so that I can see exactly which direction to make my cuts and the measurements also. I had to raise one side of my saw up so it's not level, which doesn't really matter, but that's going to allow this long, I've got 12-foot pieces I'm cutting, and it's going to allow it to go off the side. So my next piece is 77 inches. So make sure this piece is long enough. Plenty long. This cut on this side is going to be 45 degrees going this way. So I'm going to cut that edge first. This is my last piece of trim that I'm installing in the house. I bought 120 linear feet and I ended up using 118. So I have almost no extra. I made almost no waste as well. But whenever you do have a long run and you need to join two pieces, don't join them at a 90-degree. You want to cut both sides at a 45. That way they hold together a little bit tighter. If there's any shifting, they won't come out. So this last piece, just going to drop it in here. Get it lined up, and I've got my air compressor here with a finish nail gun. Pop some finish nails in here, and then I'm going to go back with some caulking, caulk all around the top of the baseboards, and also fill all the holes I made with my nail gun. After that I need to go back and do touch-up paint and touch up all the caulking that I put on there. So when we're finished, it'll look good. It'll all be brand new shiny baseboards.